And welcome back to another video. So first thing, I got a lot of other questions from comments, like many of you have appeared and got some of the new questions. So I'm going to answer that in this series, and also um, for others, I have prepared a list of new questions as well as the old dumps questions. So do watch this video till the end and do hit the subscribe and the bell notification, and if possible like and comment on the video. Send me an email, I'll give you the instructions in the end, so you can follow that and get the list of those questions. Okay, now let's get started with the questions. First one, universal container wants to display the real-time stock price for each account on the account page. How should an app builder implement this request? First one is add a dynamic report to the page layout. No, even if you add dynamic report, there is no way you can get the stock information. I mean, there is no API call. And the second one, create a lightning web component. Yes, even if you create, there is no specification of how to get it from, how to get the stock price. So you can do a lot of things in the web component, but this specific solution is not mentioned here. And install a solution from the app exchange. Yes, this is possible. And build a visual flow that uses API calls, not uses API calls. So C and D would be the right choice, but I would go with the C because there is a lot of app exchange solution available for this, that too from the Salesforce lab itself. One of them is, if I can show you, this one. So this is get the company profile live app, view the historical stock price and company profile information within the quick, and also like this is from Salesforce Labs. So if you look in terms of the easy approach to this question, I would go with the answer C, because this is pretty easy, plug and play, and you get the stock price and show it in your account page. Okay, and build a visual flow that uses API. This is also possible, but compared to this option, this is way too complex. So I would go with option C. C is the right answer for this. On with the next question. Universal container has a custom pick list called support level. Okay, on the account object, they would like to show the real-time value of the support level on all case records. How can an app builder implement this requirement? So, okay, first option, create a roll-up summary field using the support level on the account object. No, this is not required because we want to show it on the case object. So, and why roll-up? Because this is not a numeric or a currency or percentage field which can be shown in the parent, which is not the case. And the second one, create a formula field of the case object using the text function. Yes, this is one of the probable answer, but let's check the other two. Create a process builder and use the field update on the case object. Yes, this is also one of the possible option. We'll see in the end. And D, create a formula field of the account object using the eSpecialist value. Now, why you want to create on the account object when you have to show on the case object? Okay, first let's understand the account and the case are two standard object, which is like account having parent child, like must read a relationship with case. So you don't have to do much brainstorming. I would say the B and C would be relevant, but more relevant is B, because you can directly create a formula field. I don't know why you have to use text function, but if suppose say this is number or anything or any other format, you can use the text function to convert that value and display it, to be able to display the case object. So this is very important because we want to be able to show support level on the case object, which the support level is on the account level. So you are getting from the parent, maybe you say account dot support level, text of account dot support level, you will directly get the support level from the account in that case record. So that way this is the more easy option, and this is also possible. I don't know why you have to do process builder. For that you have to create a field in the case and create a process builder and then update back in the case object. This is not required when you have a direct option, easy option like this. So the correct answer I would recommend is B. And the next one, universal container requires that all the users specify a contract is sent on each opportunity prior to making it as closed one. And UG wants to be able to report on how many opportunities have sent contracts compared to how many have missing the contract when the opportunity is closed. So what type of the field should an Appbuilder configure to fulfill this requirement? So I would say the first option A and the last option D are ruled out because I don't think this is the right way to check this. Like text area and text field, you can enter anything, and I don't think you can able to report on that, because suppose say sales rep enters, okay, contract is sent, the other sales rep went sent contract, or other says just sent, so that we will not be able to track on those values. So the other two option is B and C, and C checkbox is also ruled out because if you generate report on checkbox and when you export you will get the values as 1 or 0, or maybe true or false, which may not be signifying the actual behavior. So I would pick the correct answer as pick list, because you can have only two values, sent or not sent, and you force a sales rep to pick any of these values so that you can report on these two values. So I would go for pick list. Okay, next one. Universal Container wants to build a recruiting app that allows for multiple positions to appear on the custom object websites and posting. So remember, we have two objects here, custom object, website and posting, and we have multiple positions for each of these two objects. And universal container requires a report that shows the related custom objects of posting which related, okay, the report to be able to build up that custom object. Which two items should an app builder configure to implement this? Okay, so first option is utilize the standard report. For the custom object, everything standard report type is available, you have to create it. So and next one is create new custom report type. Yes, this is one of the option I would say. And configure posting object with master detail field. Oh, sorry, my battery is low. Configure the posting object with master detail field to both positions the website. No, I don't think it's possible, because you can only have one detail, and if you added a position you cannot add a website, I believe, if I remember correctly. And configure posting objects with lookup field to both position. Yes, this is the one of the two options, so the correct answer is B and D. So this is what I think about these questions. Okay, moving on. Sales manager want to be automatically notified anytime there is a change to an opportunity close date and want these changes to be tracked on the opportunity. Which two configurations should an app builder recommend? So first option is create an opportunity outbound message. It's not relevant, because if you create outbound message that is through workflow, how are you going to notify sales manager? It's something for the external system. And B, activate historical trending in the opportunity. It's something you track the changes to the opportunity field, that is nothing but an audit trail. That is also not going to serve the purpose here. And C, enable the feed tracking on the opportunity. Yes, it is required, and why it is required is once you enable the field tracking, use the process builder on the opportunities and a chatter post option. So as soon as the opportunity close date change to the opportunity close date, use the process builder to post it to the chatter action, and that will happen only when you enable the feed tracking of the opportunity. So the correct answer is C and D. Next one, universal container created a custom object called component to capture the details about the product sold. What approach should an app builder take to show the component as a related list of the product? Okay, so create a junction object to relate the component and the product, add the component related list to the page layout. Here I don't think a junction object is required, as there is no MSTM relationship. It's only like product to component. There can be multiple product to the component or a one-to-one component. So they haven't mentioned what type of relationship you have to use, but junction object is of course not the option. And then B, create a master data relationship on the product to component. Add the component related list to the page layout. Okay, so this is possible option we can create, because we want universal container wants to capture details about the products. So suppose say product A, and what are the details about the product A that is sold. So it's basically kind of a transactional data. It can be master data relationship. So this is one of the candidate, I would say, for the correct answer. So let's check the other one. See, roll up on the product and add the component related list to the product layout. I don't know what is roll up they mean, because roll product itself is the master, or the parent object here, and component is a custom object which is not going to be a parent. So roll up on product is not an option here, and add the component to the related page layout. I don't think this is the right answer. And D, create a lookup relationship on the component to product. Add the component related list to the product. So as per me, lookup relationship is not necessary, because this is about the product sold details. So I would say for each product, like the component can be to whom it is sold and what date it is sold, or anything of that transactional sort. So I would go with the option B to create master data relationship, because each product you sold, you're going to capture the details about that. Or I'm thinking D can also be an option. So I would say both B and D. Here in the slide you can only see B, but do double check. I didn't do it deep dive into this, but just my thought. Service agents are required to confirm a user identity before providing the support information over the phone. What feature can an app builder use to help agent meets this requirement? Okay, in this one, include a survey as case related list. I don't think the survey is useful here, because it's just kind of a inputs or the opinions. You enter it and that's fine. It can be anything, like there is no option to check whether it is correct or not. And B, case validation rule is something you input and you cannot validate, meaning there is a customer, you want to validate his social security, you can validate the social security number format but not validate the social security number of a customer. So B is also not an option. And add a path to the top of the case layout. And what will you do adding a path? I mean, I don't know, this is there can be breadcrumbs, but I don't think the path on top of the case layout is an option, because even if you add, sales rep might access his personal information. But yeah, I don't think this C is the right answer, and D is going to be the right answer, because guided action flows on the record page. You can create a flow and you can get the input from the customer and enter it, and you tell whether it's the right or not. I mean, system is going to tell whether it's the right or not. So that way, agent is also not going to get his personal information to identify the user. So it can be done many ways, but guided action flows is the right answer here. Okay, so that's all in this video. Okay, that's all in this video. Do subscribe and click the bell notification, and as I said, I'll be sending the Appbuilder certification questions dumps, which I have. It's a collection of the questions which I'm going to share. I have already been sharing with many other people who are subscribing. So if you do consider subscribing. I know you will also get a um, dumps which can be useful in your certification exam. So thank you for watching till now. Do subscribe and look out for more such videos if you're interested. So thank you for watching till now. Good day. Bye bye.